Good morning. Merry Christmas to you all. Well, at the time of recording this, it is Christmas Eve. That'll be Friday the 24th of December 2021. Unfestively, what I want to talk about, but obviously, unfortunately, I've been a bit quiet for a while because I come down with that Omicron variant of the COVID-19. Just want to explain to a few people what I went through. Now, I'm not political. Not going to go on about jabs, whether you need to have a jab, whether you should have a jab, whether you don't need to have a jab. I personally had both AstraZeneca jabs and the Pfizer booster jab. That's immaterial. I just wanted to maybe alleviate people's fears a bit of, if you do catch it, the signs you may have to look for, how it affects you, or how it's affected me personally. Everybody is obviously different. Okay, so last weekend, no, it was the weekend before that, because I've been in self-isolation. I done the Christmas vlog around central London, walked about 12.5 miles. Didn't feel any ill effects. Obviously, at some point now, I come in contact with it. Within a day, I had a scratchy throat feeling. It was nothing major, and that had gone pretty much within a couple of hours. Nothing really else apart from that. A few aches and pains, but you sort of expected that with walking around London. All this time I was testing negative for it. I tested negative on the Monday and the Tuesday. Both times I went to work. On the Wednesday I went to work, and something just wasn't right. So I've done a test like I've been doing every day, just thinking, okay, something must be wrong. And sure enough, it come back pregnant, aka negative, positive. The two little bars on your lateral flow test. So from there, I thought maybe it's a dodgy batch. I took another separate test from a different batch, and sure enough, that was positive as well. Went down to do a PCR test. That took about 15 minutes or so. That come back. It took a good 36 hours for that to come back. So in that time, I'd already self-isolated myself. Sure enough, that come back as positive. Now, what the symptoms and what I went from there was sort of, some of it's strange, some of it's sort of run of the mill. It is like having a heavy cold. You're bunged up. You've got, I mean, the sense of, they say about the sense of taste and smell. I couldn't taste toothpaste when I brushed my teeth the first morning, but that sort of sporadic, that come and went, and so did everything really. Food, you would taste the sweetness but not the flavouring of food. You taste savoury but not the taste of food if it was savoury. What it done to my body, basically my hands and feet were freezing cold, yet my body was cooking, and my head, I didn't have a temperature, my head was mildly warm, and there's a stuffiness which I've still got now. I don't know if you can hear it in my voice, it sounds a bit stuffy, but it's a stuffiness but without the gunk, the snottiness. There's nothing there. It's just, you gotta blow your nose, there's nothing there at all, and it's just weird to get your head around that. Went up a few times during the night to go to the toilet, and it felt like, it may sound strange saying it, but it was like pouring a carbonated drink over ice. You could feel something flowing through your body. Probably just me. Other people will not have the same thing at all. But yeah, what I want to leave to people is, because there could be a lot of panic out there. People scared what to get. These are my symptoms. I'm 50. I'm overweight. But I've got through it. It is. I would liken it to a heavy cold. There's no other real major aspects to it that are pretty nasty or whatever. I can't think of anything. They've turned around and said now that if you test negative on a lateral flow after 6 or 7 days, you can then get out of your isolation. Now, I've done that since, and I am still positive. Whether I'm positive now or not, I don't know. That's why I'm doing this out in the open with nobody around me. As much as I'm going stir crazy locking myself inside. But yeah, I'll do another test later tonight. Got family over for Christmas tomorrow. That's about it. So just stay out of the way of everyone. But yeah, I just wanted to relieve everyone's fears. It is not pleasant. It's not pleasant as in the consciousness of you thinking, oh no, what's this going to do to me? But don't panic about it. It is, hopefully in most cases, like myself, like a heavy cold. Well, anyway, thank you for listening to that. I shall get on and do some more pleasantry things in a bit. Okay, see you later. Bye. Okay, tomorrow, obviously being Christmas Day, I will do a vlog involving the haul that I'm going to get. I know a lot of the things I'm getting. Some of these are going to be pretty useful for the channel. It's been a roller coaster of a few months, to be honest with you, finding my feet on this. When I wish now I could go back in time and be confident enough to speak. I mean, just looking at the camera now and talking. I mean, I know I'm still supposed to be looking at there. Doesn't matter. But I could not do this 4 months ago. It seems weird that you're in the middle of nowhere with no one around you and you can't speak. Maybe it's a madness thing. But yeah, that's come about recently. I've been able to talk to the camera, and if I couldn't have done this, I will not be getting anywhere at all. The idea is the growth for next year. Got a lot of plans, and I've got to do a lot of theme parks next year. That's going to be my forte. It's going to be going backwards and forwards to London, doing trips around there and vlogging that. There's a hell of a lot to do in London. Theme parks, I'm going to be no pro at that. I'm going to admit that to you now. A lot of people do theme parks, but this is just sort of showing how we have fun and how we get around doing it. Obviously Florida, the zoo is going to be what I'll class as home base. If it's a home vlog, it'll be from the zoo. And yeah, there's some people have turned around and said, oh, why don't you do like these urban explorer sort of stuff? To be honest with you, I'm not into that at all. Thought about it. It does intrigue me. I've watched it. I've enjoyed some of the vlogs. Not from the... I can't stand it when they go into someone's private residence that's been left there abandoned for a while. Seen one recently. It's a local one. And they went there as a fire in an old manor house. Pretty much gutted the place, and nature's taken over since. But they went round there and they vlogged it. And they were going in these rooms. And you could still see the kiddies' toys there. And for me, just sort of seeing some of them, they pick up the toys, they mess around with them. And for me, that child has probably gone through a horrible experience. Later on in life, they may watch YouTube themselves in years to come time, and they'll think, that was my house, they were my toys. And I think, I couldn't do that to someone. So that is my view on why I won't do, unless there's something legal. Things such as, let's see, you got your graveyards. I don't mind going through an old graveyard where you've got allowance to go in there. I mean, I went to one in Edinburgh. At the time, I wasn't really talking in front of the camera, which made it difficult. But you go around these places and you're allowed to go in there. It's none of this prohibited, which, as much as anything else, my level, you get prohibited, that stops me going to America. This whole lot dies a death there and then. So yeah, that's generally not going to happen. Oh, nice tree falling down behind us back there. All that can be left to be said for now, to everybody out there is have a fantastic Christmas. Whatever you're doing, if you don't celebrate Christmas at all, just have a fantastic weekend. For those who do, I hope it's great for yourselves and your loved ones. A lot of things coming up in the next couple of weeks and into next year. Hope it's spectacular for everybody. Thank you so much to those who have watched over the last couple of months. It's been good finding my feet. It's something I'm glad I've done. One of the presents that I've got turning up today for Christmas is going to make a big difference for next year and going forward. Yes guys, so thank you very much for watching, giving me your time. I know it's not easy. If you'd like to subscribe, feel free to do so. If not, just carry on watching. Hope you enjoy them. I'm putting a lot into it at the moment. I'm not right. COVID does take a bit out of you in respect of not of illness, but it just sort of tires you slightly. So I'll get back on my feet as soon as possible. I just wanted to put this out there, let people know I'm still about. I ain't giving up on this. I'm enjoying it, so that's the main thing. Anyway guys, have a fantastic Christmas. Be safe. Love to you all. See you soon. Take care. Bye.